Think about the last skincare product you bought. Now think about how many came before that one. Most people, if they added it up honestly, have spent somewhere between $300 and $500 on skincare in the last 12 months alone. And yet the results stay roughly the same. Manageable, acceptable, but never quite what the label suggested. Here is what the skincare industry does not advertise. The entire model is built on one profitable assumption, that your skin is broken by default, and fixing it requires purchasing something. That is not a skincare philosophy. That is a business structure. Meanwhile, in Japan, women in their 50s, 60s, and 70s are routinely mistaken for people 2 decades younger, not because of expensive clinics or elaborate routines, but because of 6 deeply ordinary habits that cost nothing, take almost no extra time, and work at a biological level that no product on any shelf can replicate. These are not trends. They are the actual mechanics behind some of the most consistently well-aged skin on the planet. Do not skip ahead, because rule number 4 is the one that will genuinely stop you. It is something most people do within the first 3 minutes of waking up every single morning, and it is silently destroying collagen faster than sun damage ever could. The first habit is the one most people hear and immediately underestimate. Japan has a long, quiet relationship with water. The practice is called Mizu no Seikatsu, living by water. Warm water and green tea in small, consistent amounts all day long. Not a liter in the morning to tick a box. Small sips. Steady rhythm. Your skin is not the first place your body sends water. It is the last. Every organ with a more urgent biological job gets hydrated before your skin does. So when your intake is inconsistent, your skin spends most of the day quietly, under-resourced, and most people respond by applying moisturiser, which does not add water to skin. It seals in whatever is already there. If cellular hydration is low to begin with, you are putting a lid on an empty jar. Green tea adds something. Plain water cannot. A compound called EGCG that actively reduces inflammation in skin tissue at the cellular level. Every cup is hydrating from within and quietly lowering the internal inflammation that ages skin from beneath the surface upward. The micro-action. Tomorrow morning, replace your first coffee with warm water or green tea. Then set a reminder every 90 minutes. When it goes off, take 3 slow sips. That is the complete habit. This one is going to feel wrong. And that resistance is almost entirely the product of decades of very effective marketing. Your skin has a protective layer called the acid mantle, a thin, slightly acidic film of natural oils, sweat, and beneficial bacteria. It keeps moisture in, irritants out, and inflammation at a stable baseline. It is the skin working exactly as designed, and it took your body all night to rebuild it. Japanese women have traditionally followed one rule. It is called Hada Arau, the single cleanse rule. Cleanse once at night to remove what the day actually put on your skin. In the morning, rinse with lukewarm water only. No cleanser, no foam, just water, gently for 30 seconds. When you strip the acid mantle twice a day, your skin panics. It overproduces oil to compensate. Pores appear larger. Skin becomes more reactive over time. You then buy products to manage the oiliness and sensitivity that the over-cleansing itself created. The industry profits from a problem it helped engineer. The micro-action. Tomorrow morning, leave your cleanser on the shelf. Rinse with lukewarm water for 30 seconds. Pay attention to how your skin feels at midday. Most people notice less tightness, less reactivity, a steadiness they had always mistaken for a skin type rather than a symptom. Nobody wants to hear that their skin problem is a food problem, but the mechanism here is specific, documented biology, and once you understand it, the connection between what is on your plate and what is on your face is very difficult to ignore. Washoku, Japan's traditional diet, is built around fermented foods like miso and natto, seaweed, omega-3 rich, fish, vegetables, and very little refined sugar. Omega-3 fatty acids are the raw material your body uses to build the lipid barrier of your skin. When intake is consistently low, that barrier weakens. No cream rebuilds a lipid barrier that is not being supported from within. Fermented foods feed your gut microbiome, which has a direct line to your skin through what researchers call the gut-skin axis. When your gut is inflamed, your skin is one of the first places that inflammation appears. And then there is sugar. Refined sugar triggers glycation, a process that attaches sugar molecules to collagen fibers, making them rigid and brittle. Researchers have linked this directly to sagging skin and accelerated wrinkling. No moisturizer reverses collagen that glycation has already hardened. The micro-action. Add one fermented food to one meal per day this week. One addition, held for 30 days, measurably shifts your gut microbiome. Your skin will follow. This is the one I told you not to skip. The habit destroying your collagen is not something you eat or apply. It is something you do within the first 3 minutes of waking up every single morning without ever questioning it. You pick up your phone. Here is exactly what happens. All night, your nervous system has been in a state of deep, low cortisol. Repair. Your stress hormones are at their lowest point in the entire 24-hour cycle, and then the screen turns on. Your brain floods with notifications, messages, headlines. It processes incoming information as potential threat, and in response, triggers a cortisol spike. Fast, significant, and happening before you have stood up or eaten anything. Cortisol directly degrades collagen. It activates enzymes that physically break down collagen fibers in the dermis. It increases oil production, triggers inflammation, and impairs the skin barrier. And when that spike happens in the first 3 minutes of the morning, it sets the inflammatory baseline for your entire day. The collagen damage accumulates across hundreds of mornings, invisibly, below the surface, where no serum reaches. The micro-action. Keep your phone outside your bedroom for 1 week. Let your cortisol regulate naturally. Drink your warm water. Sit in quiet for 10 minutes. Your skin does not need another product. It needs those 10 minutes returned to it. Most people treat bathing as something they do to get clean. The Japanese treat it as something they do to stay well. The Ofuro ritual works through temperature contrast. Hot water immersion first. Blood vessels expand, circulation surges to the skin's surface. Then cooler air or a brief cool rinse. Vessels contract, blood drives back inward. What this creates, over consistent practice, is vascular exercise, a mechanism that trains your circulatory system to deliver nutrient-rich blood to the skin more efficiently and to clear waste products away more completely. Skin health, at its core, is a circulation problem. Collagen production, cell turnover, the delivery of structural proteins to the dermis, all of it depends on strong blood flow reaching the skin. The Ofuro does not add anything from the outside. It improves the system that feeds skin from within. The modern shower is one temperature, start to finish, comfortable, which means no vascular signal, no lymphatic movement, no adaptation. The micro-action. At the end of your next shower, turn the temperature to noticeably cooler for 30 seconds on your face and neck. Run it for 7 consecutive days before forming an opinion. Every habit in this video asks you to add or remove something. This last one asks you to protect something. In Japanese philosophy, ma means negative space, the deliberate pause that gives everything around it structure. Applied to the body, ma is sleep, not sleep as rest. Sleep as the most biologically productive period of your day. Between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m., your body enters its peak cellular repair window. Human growth hormone hits its highest concentration. Skin cell turnover accelerates. Every improvement from the other 5 habits gets processed and delivered to your skin during this window. If you are awake during it, or if your sleep is fragmented by light and notifications, that repair is diminished. No overnight cream produces human growth hormone. No serum triggers the cellular turnover that deep sleep initiates. The micro action. Set a screen-off time 45 minutes before you need to be asleep. Hold it for 2 weeks. Blue light delays sleep onset and pushes your cycle past the repair window. One boundary, held consistently. That is Ma applied to modern life. Here is what this video was actually about. It was never about skin. Skin was the entry point. The visible surface most of us pay attention to because we can see it every morning. But everything that determines its quality lies somewhere else. In what you drink, in your gut microbiome, in the first 10 minutes of your morning and the last 45 minutes of your night, in the temperature of your shower and the depth of your sleep. Japanese women did not discover a skincare secret. They built a way of living that produces extraordinary skin as a natural byproduct. The Western approach corrects skin from the outside. The Japanese approach maintains the body from within. Do not attempt all 6 habits this week. Pick the single rule that felt most relevant to where you are right now. Run it for 14 days before adding another. Let it become automatic. That is when it is working. Comment below. Which habit are you starting today? And if this way of thinking resonates, subscribe. Not for skin tips, for content that treats you as someone capable of building something real.